So, hello everyone, and welcome to DC Universe, your one stop shop for all news related to DC. And by my voice and my look, you can understand that I'm a little bit nostalgic because it's finally the end of CW's DC Arrowverse, you can call it, or maybe the extended uh, Arrowverse, because we have also the shows like Smallville and other stuffs like Legends of Tomorrow in that thing, and we can call it a Crisis Saga, Crisis of Infinite Saga in TV, and it was fantastic, man. And you can see by the glow in my face, and that glow is because of the last episode, that is Superman, truly the glowing, shining crown in the hat of DC CW verse or Arrowverse. So, without any further ado, I will jump right into the full series season 4 podcast of Superman and Lois. I didn't did the binge podcast. I didn't did the episodic podcast because I just wanted to binge it, and today finally when I have ended the last episode, I am giving you the official season 4 full season reaction, and also the conclusion reaction of the whole series of Superman and Lois, and which also concludes Arrowverse. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. I will be playing some like final trailer here just for the references, but guys, don't get me wrong, this is not like something which we are referencing here, so please don't give a copyright strike here. If just then for that reason only, while talking I will be playing this video several times, but I will be going back and forth for this video. So without any further ado, just jump right into the season. And this season we have seen everything from the vision of Clark Kent and Lois Lane, from the starting scene where we have seen the Frasier's logo on Superman chest, to Superman actually revealing himself to the world that Clark Kent is actual Superman, and he is actually revealing himself in front of a Smallville, and also in front of in front of the whole media of Metropolis, and the world came to know about him. At least in Metropolis and everything, like in America, people will now on in that world will know that who Tyler Hoechlin's Clark Kent is, and he is Superman. And not only Superman, Superboys and all other people, though they also got revealed in front of the world, and that these families like families of superhumans, and they live in Smallville, Kansas. So this is like fantastic season. Started with Doomsday coming back to life, which is like the way the incompleteness there was in the first episode. Like there was an incompleteness of the season 3 which was continuing in the first episode of season 4, and we saw that season 3 actually ended abruptly with the fight between, like just the beginning of the fight between Doomsday and Clark Kent. Actually Doomsday is something like actually the reverse Clark Kent, or we can call it like that, because Bizarro was the main villain of season 3, and he was being converted to Doomsday by Lex Luthor when he got out of the prison, and he actually wanted to destroy Superman and his family, that is Lois Lane and everything. So for that reason Doomsday was created by none other than Lex Luthor, and when he came out he used Doomsday for killing Clark, and they actually do succeed in the first place when they killed Clark and took his heart away. Doomsday took his heart away, but then we saw that General Lang made some sacrifices. He actually give his own life in the hand of Doomsday, so that his heart can be used, the human heart can be used for transplanting the heart inside Superman, and give a new life to Superman, so that he can come back and protect his family. So that's the season's beginning prologue. And then we saw that there was some story of the background story of Lex Luthor, and why Lex used to hate Lois Lane, and why like there is a difference between Lex and the whole Clark family, because Lex is actually being parted away from his own daughter when he actually did some crime and with Bruno Mannheim, and due to that Lex was also wrongly sent to prison, and for which he lost his own family also, and lost his own daughter, that is Elizabeth. But then we saw again that Lex was not something who will back down from those kind of things, and he came back strong with his own power. And now he's using the one girl named what she's named, I'm not like exactly like maybe she is named as Amanda or something like that. With the help of that woman, she came back and she actually did something which is very fascinating, because he again went after the whole Clark Kent's family. He actually wanted to bully them in front of the whole world, and he actually used a TV channel guy, Freddy's Norman, like that, and he actually revealed the whole truth of Clark Kent's and Lois Lane's lying in front of the world and misled the world that they are the family who actually uses other people's in order to save their own personal agendas, because they are the Aryan family. So at that time when Clark was also like being pushed hard from Lex Luthor's side, Clark also tried to come back strongly, but that time Lex definitely wanted to bury Clark down, and that's the reason he went full on, and he used that suit from Clark's own friend, that is John Henry Irons, that is Steel, and he used that suit, and he used his own tech guy, that is Milton, and with Milton's help he created, and I don't know like whether in the series they have tried to like kind of replicating the they were trying to like featured Milton in such a way that he was Brainiac, but there was some plan regarding that also for the future season. But now, as this is the end of the season and the series for the final time in CW, so now this time they didn't bring anything out, so they definitely used like Milton as a normal take guy only, not the Brainiac thing was not like unleashed and fully, and maybe there could be some chances that he was the Brainiac actually, and he actually used to build a tech suit for Lex Luthor, and that is the mechanical tech suit, that is the green and violet or maybe purple, what you may call that suit for like the comic accurate suit for Lex Luthor was there. And then we saw that Lex Luthor was coming back, and then we saw that Lex Luthor was also using Doomsday again for his final glory, and he used to like one time he went directly to Clark Kent in Smallville, and he used the red lights to demean Superman's power, and he tried to kill Clark, but Clark was still not beaten, and he was overpowered. And at that time actually what happens that Clark can't be beaten, and that is the reason like they use this kind of things, and then they got used to it, and he understood that it's not impossible. It's like it's impossible for Lex to kill Clark Kent in his full power, and that is the reason he used that suit from Milton, and he then went to Doomsday in order to kill Clark. But Clark and Doomsday has finally have a final fight at the end of the episode, and we saw how John Henry Irons actually helped with his own what will I say, the own iron hammer of John Henry Irons actually was used to lead Clark to get rid of Doomsday, and who was finally being buried alive when he was being thrown to sun, because here is a like reversible, as he was Bizarro, and Bizarro is the reverse of Superman, and he didn't get the power from sun the way Superman do. So when he was taken in front of the sun, he was actually being burned into ashes, and that's how they got rid of Superman. And finally we got to deal with the last villain of this entire series tome of the like Superman versus Lex fight, that is the main climax here. And then finally we saw Superman delivering a Superman punch, and we finally saw that Superman winning the battle with that Superman punch, and which you can see also here, which I will be like sharing just for you guys. This is an exclusive clip, so if you are still here and seeing this clip, so please like, share and subscribe channel, hit the bell icon, and do share and subscribe this channel as much as possible, because you have to create the DC community, because from December 5th the DCU is beginning and we will be covering everything. So that's the first thing which we are discussing here. And then we saw that after these things, we saw that how Superman's life changed in the world, and how he used to live a normal life for the next 32 years in Earth. And that was the
first time I died.
And that was the thing which they showed us here in this thing, where they saw like they have given us the older version of Jonathan and Jordan, and they've given us the version of them being Superboy, and they was given like shown us the family side of them and their kids and wife. And then we saw that Lois got affected by cancer again, and Lois cancer come back, and she died finally, and Clark was left alone, and he used to miss her a lot, and then he actually got used to be friends with a dog whom he called as Crypto, and then he was living his life in old age in his naturally in the world of Smallville. And then we finally saw that Clark also got this heart attack back, and when finally General Lang's heart used to stop working, and he then realized that it's time for him to also to leave this world as a not as a superhuman but as a normal human. But he do realize that when he came back from the dead in the first place, he have a lot more to offer in this world. He got a whole family, he got friends, he got love, he got partners, and he got everything, childs and everything. And when he was there, when he arrived here from Krypton, he was he left nothing, and he was left with nothing, and his whole family was destroyed and everything was destroyed. But still here he can see that he has grown as a human being, and has a whole family, and has a full character arc, which actually helps him to realize that this is what love can do for you, and that is the message of the love series, that Superman and Lois will always be remembered for the truth and the justice, and also for the love for the world and for the people we care about. So this is the message, and that's how the full arc ends here. And we see at the end of the episode that Superman also died with Lois Lane, who are now both happily ever after in heaven, maybe forever. And now we saw a superhuman also finally dying and letting it calling the curtains for the day. So that's how Superman and Lois ends, and that's how my reaction also ends. And this is a fantastic show which I will definitely mention, because from starting day one they have used Henry Irons Steel as one of the finest character here. They have given the character a new birth, because the Steel movie which the WB has made a long year back in 2002 or maybe 4, which Shane O'Neill different never worked, but here the character of Steel got very famous for this series. And then we saw different character like Bizarro, one of the finest character, and then we saw Bruno Mannheim. We got to know uncanny characters and unknown heroes, superheroes and villains, before we got to the final version of Alexander Luthor, that is Lex Luthor in the final mechanical suit. And also we got the final one of the finest VFX work and VFX look of Doomsday. I think that was personally better to me than Zack Snyder Justice League's Doomsday look. And we got the Doomsday's fight between Doomsday and Superman, and here we saw the death of Superman, also the comics reference, and also the return of Superman, and also the comics reference of the killing of Doomsday, or the D-Day in Superman comics. So that's how a Superman story should be done, and I hope and believe that this character arc, how they have created it over the CW's Arrowverse, and how they have taken the character from Supergirl, and how they have implemented the same character in this series, and have given the best episode and the best series possible for the Man of Steel, is very much heartwarming. We see, because I was very heartbroken when we realized that Henry Cavill's Superman will never get the full character arc, but he was one of the finest character who actually made us fell in love with Superman, and related help us, a fan of Batman, to get related with the character of Superman, a superhuman alien being. And that's how Tyler Hoechlin actually carried forward the legacy of that Superman in this version, and he actually got his full arc complete, and that's very fantastic. And now from the next year we will be seeing the James Gunn's version of Superman. The trailer will be dropping very soon, and I am very excited to give the reaction. And for me, this series will be a perfect for till date, season 1, season 2, season 3, for all the villains and heroes and everything, fights, VFX they have given us, DOD even they have given us in such a well constructed manner. Even Lana's story arc was completed, and everything was completed, and John Henry Irons story arc was completed. There was multiversal reference also in the series, so that's the reason I will hate this series heavily, and mostly for the last 20 minutes, the way they have brought tears in my eyes. That's the reason I will be giving this series 9.8 out of 10. Definitely a thumbs up, and must recommended. You should watch this series. So this is my whole spoiler Superman and Lois season 4 season reaction. So if you guys enjoyed it, and if you have watched the finale like me, please let me know your favorite moments in the comment section below. Until next time, we will be meeting again with this channel, and from the next time we will be meeting with the DC's Creature Commando and the beginning of DCU from the minds of James Gunn, because it will be dropping very soon. That is on 5th of December. So I can't wait, because the just 2 days are there. So until next time, #DCinema Universe.